Thank y'all for joining us for this week's episode of What to Eat. On today's episode, we're going to make some honey barbecue wings. This is going to be a real quick dish, real easy, simple. A lot of people like to have wings for something like a game day when they're watching a big sport event at their house. They have the friends over. That's what this is good for. But you can use it for anything. Some people like it quick. The kids love this. It's a real quick comfort finger food. So you can basically, for any occasion, you put these wings out. The good part is it only takes about a few minutes to prep, and it doesn't take that long to make them. The way we're going to do them, we're going to make these straight in the oven. So this is going to take a little longer than putting them on top of the stove. Than frying them out. We're going to put them in the oven. We're going to bake them. But I'm going to get into that when we do the video. But before we begin, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. So with these honey barbecue wings, what we're going to need is the wings, obviously. I'm going to need a little bit of oil. I'm going to use some raw honey, some barbecue sauce, a little bit of flour, a mixed array of my seasoning. You can season it any way you like. That's up to you. But we're going to use about 2 tablespoons of that. Maybe 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. We'll see when we put it in. A half a pack of Zelle. This is very powerful. And we're only making a little bit of wings, so you don't need that much. And we're going to use a cooking spray to put on the rack so the chicken don't stick to the rack. But before we begin, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I know I took up too much of your time with all this talking already, but let's get into the video now. Let us begin. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to move this out of the side. The honey barbecue sauce, we're going to put this in a pot later on. I'm going to show you that later on in the video. Right now we're going to put that to the side. We're going to bring this over here. We're going to first thing we're going to do, spray this down. With the non-stick spray. I'll move that over here real quick. Then we're gonna bring this bowl over here. We're gonna put the chicken in here. We're gonna put 6 pieces in here. Like I said, we're going to do a little bit just to show you how to do it. We're going to take a little bit of our oil. Only put a little bit on it because we don't want the chicken to dry out. Sprinkle about a half a tablespoon of that in. And then we're only going to put maybe a 1/4 pack of the Zelle on there. Now this is going to be done quick. We're going to transfer it out of here, put it in the flour, and then put it right on this baking sheet. So once you make sure you can see everything. Ready? Let's do this. Let's mix it up first, give it a good mix. And don't worry, we're going to put the description below of the amount of stuff we use, but as you can see, it's not much. So now we're going to take chicken, roll around in the flour, shake off the excess flour, put it there, and we're just going to do that for all the pieces. And while we're doing this, we already preheated our oven to 375. It depends on you. You can put it on 350 all the way up to 425. You don't want to go any higher than 425, but we got our oven at 375. Make sure you coat it real well. We're gonna bake this in the oven. This is the prep right here. So this is what the chicken's gonna look, nice and coated, seasoned well. We're gonna bake this for maybe 20 minutes. And then we're gonna flip the chicken on the other side and we're gonna bake it for another 25, 30 minutes on the second side. So it's really cooking. And then we're gonna pull it out and add the sauce. So I'll bring it back here when it's time to put the sauce on, but we're gonna also show you how to make the sauce. So now we're gonna make the sauce for the honey barbecue wings. I'm gonna put it on low flame. We're gonna put this on a low flame because we want it to simmer. We don't want it to cook. We just want it a nice simmer. So we're gonna have this on a low flame. We're gonna take a tablespoon of butter, drop that in there. We're gonna add maybe about a half a cup of barbecue sauce. And maybe a third cup of honey. You can always increase your ingredients and just constantly swirl it around. So you want the sauce to start simmering, fusing together. A little more barbecue sauce in there. Same with the honey. You can always adjust your ingredients to the way you prefer. Mine is basically just an outline, and I'm trying to keep it real simple for you. But you don't want this to burn, so you want to constantly stir it. And you can taste to see if any adjustments is needed. Probably gonna have this on the stove for about a minute and a half. Not that long. Because this is just wanna infuse it and then wanna put it on your chicken. And that's on a medium flame. Don't let it burn. Okay, that's it. Now we're going to transfer this to the bowl and coat the chicken. This is the chicken. It's been in the oven for an hour and a half. It was a little longer than I anticipated. So what we're going to do is take each piece, put them in here. And let's just coat them. So it's kind of thick, so take your time. Make sure they evenly coated. Make sure everything. You want them to look like this. See? That's how you want them to look. Then we're going to put them back here. Put them back here. See how thick that is? That's the honey. And we're just going to throw this back in the oven. Just one side, we don't got to flip it, for another 15 minutes. And that'll do it for this week's episode of What to Eat. Thank you for joining us. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I'll see you next week. Peace.
I hope that you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you will always get an alert when a new video drops. Plus join our website for information on all our shows, trips and getaways. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so by shopping at our store in the link below or visit www.whattodoent.com. This video was produced and directed by Toxey and created at What to Do Entertainment Studios.